As a chef, we don't learn.
Good evening, everyone. I do hope you all can hear me. All right, let's just wait a couple of minutes. Once it's 6:15, we'll get started. Just for us to join. I don't know why we are so few today. I don't know. Is there any club playing football today? I don't watch ball, so I don't know. Probably the boys are probably watching the match or something. So if we can just kindly just drop a message, those of us that are here, so that others can, join. Just drop a message on the group chat that they all should start joining. Thank you so much. Hi guys, good evening everyone. I believe you all can hear me.
Good evening, sir.
Well, good evening. Thank you once again for joining today's class. I will get started. Just let me share my screen. Alright guys, confirm you can see my screen. Okay, so first of all, before we go into today's class, I want to commend you guys for the assignment. Well done for the assignment. For those that submitted, I don't know if there was a name someone that did outstandingly did very well in the. I know that the assignment is, so how many of us did it here? You know, you did the assignment, because the first one, I know it's with the help of AI, like the first Saturday, or this one you need to do it yourself. So how many of us did the assignment?
I did.
Okay, I think I saw the name. Okay, first Grace. Hold on. I think I saw yours. I think I did see
Thank you,
yours.
sir.
There's someone that I'm looking for. I don't know if the person is. Let me check. I think Grace one was the first one I graded. I think that was the first one. This, I don't know if this the name Ajayi something. I don't know if the Ajayi is here, but it's fine. Probably will watch it later. Anyways, well done, guys. It's a good one that you're able to do the assignment. So we want to go over to, and today's topic is an amazing one. I don't know why people are not joining, but either ways they would have access or they would watch it much more. It's fine that we are even few. Perhaps I might even take questions at interval. How many are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just 6 of us. Okay, that's nice. So I think I might take questions at interval. I might not have to wait till the end of the class, or perhaps I will wait till the end of the class. Either ways. Now we want to talk about the social engineering. Okay, social engineering, and this is a topic that it is very very important in the world of cyber security, because this is how we understand what we call social engineers. Those are fraudsters, how they tend to hack people Now, in social engineering, what we focus on is hacking people, not hacking technology or tools or systems or devices. Our work here in social engineering is to see how to hack people, humans. And it's so important, extremely important, because in the world where we live today, it might take me a couple of hours to get into a system. But then if I can social engineer someone working in an organization and probably have a way of if I give them a flash drive and they probably put it up in their they insert it into their computer, and my malware starts running and doing its intended purpose, it's much more easier rather than me having to spend days or hours trying to get into the system. So our learning checklist for today, we'll try to what we'll cover is what is social engineering, the psychology behind social engineering. We'll look at common social engineering attacks, and reporting suspicious activities. Okay. Now, before now, I just want to ask: is there anybody that you might have heard of about social engineering, or you know what it is? I believe at some point, some of us we followed or we've been in this situation of social engineers, but you probably don't know that is what it is called. So, is there anybody that knows what social engineering is? You have an idea of what social engineering is? Anybody? Anybody? Okay, I think so. Let's get started. Now, when many people think about hacking, okay, they imagine someone sitting in a dark room writing complex code to break into computers. In reality, okay, many successful cyber attacks don't begin with hacking computers. They begin by hacking people. Okay. Humans make mistakes with first orders, get curious, we feel pressure to act quickly or want to be helpful. Cyber criminals exploit these natural human behaviors. And that's why social engineering is often called the art of manipulating people into giving away information or performing actions that compromise security. That's the whole concept of what social engineering. That's the whole concept. Most times people will think, okay, for you to get, for you to have access into someone's laptop or device, you have to hack them. No, many people, in fact, social engineering is one of the easy and fastest way to hack people, because all you just need to do is to find them to reveal certain information. I think I will drop a video on the group chat, a video of what a social engineering video is. Just a minute. Let me. I kept it somewhere. Okay, I'll be sending the video later. I found it here, so that's fine. All right, so let us get started. Now, what is social engineering? Now, social engineering is the use of psychological manipulation to trick people into revealing confidential information or performing actions that benefit an attacker. Unlike technical hacking, social engineering targets people instead of what technology. Now, there is something about social engineering, which, in fact, in cybersecurity, humans are the weakest link in the field of cybersecurity. Why? Because now you can spend billions of dollars trying to improve your security, and your staff somewhere will just click on a device or will just click on a link that would mess up everybody, that will mess up the whole infrastructure. Now, was it yesterday? Yes, someone reached out to me a guy said he clicked on a link. I think it was an image. So those of you that used to download free movies and stuff like that, he clicked on the link, and for some reason, they've been trying to get access to his YouTube account, his Facebook account, and Facebook, sort of blocked the account, Instagram, and so many. So I just told him to do a couple of things, and the what's it called? The issue hasn't gone. So yesterday I had a call with him, just to let me see, and I had to go understand, what exactly happened, and I saw some of the things that the attacker, had installed on his laptop, and we had to find a way to take all of those things out. Now, what does it do? Now, it's just basically giving you something or finding a way to have access to you without them requesting. Now, take for instance, I can ask you for your password without asking you for your password, and you will tell me your password. Now, if I come to you and I say, "Hi, can you give me access to your Instagram account password?" You probably would not. You'll be like, "No, no, no, you can't give me that." But then I can still get that password without me having to ask you. All I just need to do is to social engineer you in such a way that you will reveal that information to me. Now, what social engineering does is just it attack what people, it attacks the human vulnerabilities rather than attacking technology tools and devices. Now, examples include convincing someone to reveal a password, tricking an employee into sending money, getting someone to click a malicious link, entering a building without authorization. So these are different forms or examples of what social engineering. Now, simple analogy. Imagine someone knocks on your door wearing a fake electricity company uniform and they say, "We are here to inspect your meter." Just take, for instance, you're in Nigeria and you see a couple of guys, they say that we are from PHCN, and we found out that there is, and just take for instance now, they might just tell you that, "Oh, we noticed that on your meter, there has been excess consumption of what units," and you're like, "Oh, that's true," you know, and they're like, "Oh, please, we want to inspect your meter. We got a signal from our office." Now, you see many of them, you see them with their uniform, with their boots, and someone is carrying a ladder. You are likely to, because they look official, you definitely let them inside, right? That's what anybody here would do, but not me. I wouldn't just allow you to, because now I will need to ask, okay, there has to be a proof of you. There has to be some form of proof. Now, nobody would even ask, okay, can I see any form of identity? It's like an ID card or something that prove that yes, you are this person. Okay, that prove that you're this person. And for me, now in other part of the world, where now if someone wants to give you something, like they would show you some of these things. Okay, now take for instance, I want to let me say I want to get you something, or I want to deliver a package to you. Just imagine I want to deliver a package to you and you're not seeing the package, or perhaps if let me say a police officer stops you, even in Nigeria, they wouldn't even show you an ID card. Also, it doesn't make any sense. They will show you an ID card, say, "Okay, we are so from, we are this person from police office, and we need you at the station," and stuff like that. Now, it's important that there's some form of what identity. You identify yourself. So if you're not identifying yourself, then it's a red flag for me, because now I'm not okay. You probably might be the wrong person, but anybody here would just accept and let them into your house. Okay, now just imagine they steal your valuables, they didn't break the lock. That's just it there. So you give them access into your house. They did not break the lock, they only what manipulated you. And that's what social engineering. So they come in and because they look official, and they're coming with their boots, you're seeing those tools. Now you look like, "Oh, okay, these guys are coming. Oh, thank you, PHCN. You guys are here to help me," and stuff like that. And you don't know that these guys are actually there too. So you just never can tell. They might just plant a CCTV camera and is watching you, and you just never can tell what is actually going on. So that's what social engineering is all about. Now, why is it so effective? Okay, even the strongest security systems can fail if a person willingly gives what an attacker access, even the strongest, like they spent $1 billion to build this system. Okay, if a human is operating that system, as long as it is a human, and if that human has not been trained in cyber security to be able to detect and suspect any forms of social engineering, that system can actually be what can be breached. Okay, a company spends millions on cyber security. An employee clicks a fake email. The attacker gains access. The expensive security becomes what useless. Just like the case of this guy I was talking about. What if it was a company's data or a company's laptop he was working with? Just imagine it was a company's laptop he was working with, and he downloaded all of those things, and he was trying to download a movie, and for some reason he clicked on a picture and malware was installed to his laptop. And funny how the malware was like an antivirus. It looks like now they cloned a legitimate antivirus app. But when I looked at the file, I'm like, okay. I checked it up. Okay, that's. But then it wasn't sitting well with me. Why? Because of the folder or the parts where the files were where was installed into. I was like, okay, then this file it's not really from this legitimate. So when I checked the author, the company, and the company that actually created the legitimate antivirus app, and I saw what is showing on this guy's laptop, I'm like, oh, there's discrepancy in the name. Okay, now, so this is the reason why social engineering is so effective. Why? Because you have what humans who are working with these devices, with these machines, with these tools, and if you don't train them, they are what susceptible to what social engineering what attacks. Now, why people are the weakest link in cyber security? Now, technology can be updated, firewalls can be configured, passwords can be strengthened. We can do all of these things. But people, humans, they forget, they trust easily, they get distracted, they feel pressured. Humans what make mistakes. People what make mistakes. Now, cyber criminals understand human behavior very well. Okay, they understand human behavior. You see this thing about trust, this thing of you getting this thing done I think I said that in one of the first class, that if there's any form of urgency in something that you need to do it now, you need to be very careful. In fact, some of them are now so good that they won't even give you that form of urgency. They just need you to trust them. That's just it. And once you've gained their trust or they gain yours, that's it. Now it will look like like, let me say, for example, some in Nigeria will say they've plussed up. For example, some of these fraudsters, if you're talking to some of their clients, it's not about, it's just like how humans love themselves, that you can't understand, okay, why is this guy mad over this girl. It's just the same thing. It's just about what social engineering. A guy can do something for a girl or vice versa, and it's and the guy is moved with what the lady did or what the guy did and stuff like that. And that alone, those little things, those subtle things that girls or you might do for someone, and it just they feel like, okay, they feel loved, they feel welcome, they feel that feeling of, okay, this person, this person got my back and stuff like that. That's the feeling these social engineers, they give to you. And once they can get you at that state, it is done for you. It will just look as though someone is using jazz on you or stuff like that, but no, it's as a result of them understanding the human behavior. Okay, common human mistakes: reusing passwords. If you're here, you reuse password, stop it. You need to change your passwords. Take for instance for me now, my tool. I have a couple of tools that that checks if my account has been found in a data breach, and I think it reported 16 of them for me this week. I just, when it reported 16, I was like, 16 of my account found. I just know that it was, they were old account that I wasn't, I probably wasn't even using. They were local hosts, account that I was just using, test login apps I was using to, while building some applications back then. Those were the account I found in the database. I didn't pay attention to it because like, okay, I'm not basically using, these are not my passwords. So the using of passwords is not good. Now take for instance the guy, what an attacker can do for you. So there's what we call BEEF, BEEF. We call it browser exploitation framework. Browser exploitation framework. Once you click on a link, on a malicious link, they can hook your browser. When you say hook your browser, they can steal every information from your browser, your saved password, your cookies, your login sessions. They can steal every information from your browser, and just imagine, you have passwords saved on different accounts, and you can just order, just, oh, you've used this password, John123 at 2026 dot, and you just, oh, all they just need to do is to check different account that you've been logged into, and they just try using that same password. So clicking unknown links is very, very bad. You don't click unknown, even if you saw that that is trusted. Please, I know what I'm saying, okay? It's very, very important. You see this clicking unknown links, it can cause damage. Even if the link is like Facebook, eh, please just go over to what virustotal.com and paste that link there to be sure that it's not a malicious link. Now, like I said before, I've built a legitimate website, e-commerce website. I wanted to test, and I shared it, and people clicked on the link, and it was, we could get information about them. So clicking on no links is not very, very good. Sharing personal information, this I beg you, okay? I think we need to do this stuff now, where I was going to, there was something I noted down, which we're going to talk about for those of us that are just a minute. I want to bring it up so that we all can see that information. So it's just, a couple of things that we do, those things we do on a day-to-day activity that we don't know that can actually put us as at risk. Just a minute. Okay, let me just finish up with this. So ignoring security policies, trusting strangers. So attackers often find it easier to manipulate one person rather than hack an entire computer system. So definitely for me, if I just want to get access to something, rather than hacking the whole company, just to find someone that have access to the information that I have, I would hack that person, and that's all. If I can hack that person, then I can hack or have access to that infrastructure or device that I want to have access to. Okay, so we'll just do put a finger down for this. I think you should confirm if you can see my screen. I switched tab. So confirm if you can see my screen, please. Please, can anyone hear me? I want to confirm if you can see my screen.
Yeah, we can.
All right, okay. So this is just a game, okay? So it's you all know to put a finger down, or perhaps so put a finger down if you have ever connected to a free public Wi-Fi. Okay, put a finger down if you have used someone else's hotspot without thinking twice. Put a finger down if you have ever logged into your bank app on public Wi-Fi. Now, put a finger down if you use the same password for multiple apps. I believe many people do that here. Put a finger down if your password contains your name, birthday, or phone number. If you are in that category, you need to change it. It's not good. Put a finger down if you have ever shared your password with a friend. Okay, I think many guys do that for their betting platform. Just use my account, log into my, just use it to log into. I think I saw some guys they're exchanging their bet password. I'm like, bro, I mean, it really does not make sense like that. Put a finger down if you don't have two-factor authentication, meaning OTP on your important account. So what are OTP? Two-factor authentication are, let's say you after you log in into your account and a code will need to be sent to you via SMS or via email to confirm, just to check that authentic, or if that's you trying to log in, if you're the original person. Okay, if one account is compromised, everything is compromised. Okay, put a finger down if you have ever clicked a link from SMS or WhatsApp without verifying. Now, put a finger down if you have ever received a message like your account will be blocked and you felt panic. I think many people should have received this. Now, put a finger down if you have ever shared an OTP with someone. That right there is how most people lose access to their account. That if you've ever shared, oh, someone just got the Alpha, I use your account, dude. They send one code to you, send it to me, nah. If you send it, your account is gone. Now, put a finger down if you have downloaded an app from outside Play Store or App Store. Those of you that are using Netflix cracked app, I think you should be there. Put a finger down if you have allowed apps permission you did not understand. You just, for instance, now a banking app. What does a banking app have to do with your audio? Like, it makes no sense. So there are some applications or there are some permissions that is never expected to be turned on, like a banking app, audio. What do you want to use my audio for? Like, am I using audio to send money? It doesn't make any sense. Now, many of you, now I think there was a lawsuit against Apple. Now, take for instance, when they say your phone is listening to you, what does it mean? You say, "Hey Siri, what does it?" and it responds. I use an iPhone, and if it responds, it means it has been listening, but it was just waiting for that one word, that specific word. So, do you know what conversation you might have been talking about that it has been listening to? When you say "Hey Siri," then a pop-up comes up and it's like, "Hi, can I help you?" So it means it has been listening to you. Okay, it has been listening to. So if you have so many apps that are requesting to have access to your what's it called, audio, just turn it off. You don't need them. Okay, turn them off. One, audio. Second, your location should only be used while you are using the app, not at every point in time. Okay, your location should only be used while using the app, or deny. I mean, I don't understand. What does there are some applications that don't need location, but they are requesting for your location. Like, it makes no sense. Like, if it is not apps that has to do with you moving about, for example, Uber, Bolt, and the likes, or you're trying to order for food and they want to get your exact location, you have no business. I see no reason why a banking app will be requesting for audio. Like, I don't know why. I'm yet to understand why. They have an AI integrated, but I mean, why do you need my audio? So if you give access to your audio, it means they are listening. That's basically what it means. So do you know if somehow in the background they are uploading the audio to their server? And that's what Apple was facing at some point. So they are listening. So you just have to be careful about some of these things that you do. Okay. Now let us get, I think I saw a message. Someone said, let me check. Guilty as charged. Okay. Yeah, I think everybody here should be guilty. Okay. Every one person here should be guilty. So if you're in any category of all of those things, you just have to stop them. You need to change them. If you've ever used your password on a public Wi-Fi, you log into, just Stop it. You don't have to do that. Okay, it really does not make any sense. You using your password on the public Wi-Fi, because an attacker could also be on that public Wi-Fi, and they could what's it called? They could, we call it man in the middle attack. They could be listening to or be seeing everything you're doing. Okay, so you just have to be careful. Now, let us look at the psychology behind social engineering. Social engineers understand human emotions better than technology. They exploit common psychological triggers. Now, over time, we've been able to understand the things that can trigger humans. Number one, trust. People naturally trust others. Now, this class is not to say you shouldn't trust people. Okay, you trust people, but you put measures in place. Okay, I trust people, but I put measures in place. I trust people, but I put measures in place. Measures in place. Why? Because you just never can tell. If now take for instance, now I was not going to be around, and I gave some of my student assignment. I give them access to the server, and for some reason I think they were testing, and they logged me out of the server. That was one. I couldn't do anything from where I was because my other laptop wasn't with me. I had configured everything I needed to do based on that laptop. Only that laptop can access that server, so I needed to be back. Now, just imagine if it were to be another person and they logged me out of the server. And what if it was a company server? Obviously, I wouldn't even do that. Just take for instance, okay, because I trusted them that they were my student. Okay, I trusted them that they were my student and they wouldn't do malicious things. Okay, I trusted them that they were my student. Okay, and they shocked me. In fact, there was even one I gave assignment, and I just wanted to see what they were going to do, because on the server, while they were trying to do so many things, some even tried to break into the server, because I read from the history and the log some of the codes they were running. I said that, man, you guys were really trying to break into my server. Like, are you guys kidding? I'm your instructor, so I know what I put in place. They were really trying to break into the server just to bypass the assignment and just to get it done. So people naturally trust others. Attackers can pretend to be what? IT staff, bank employees, teachers, managers, government officials. Now you could hear something like, I'm calling from your bank to verify your account. Perhaps many of you wouldn't fall victim of this. But before now, do you know how many people fell victim for this? Do you know Nigerians, not just Nigerians, all over the world, people fell victim for this. Because someone just now, take for instance, now, something happened to me. Was it last week? Yes, last week. I was trying to get a SCUMO certificate by EFCC, and I, reached out to someone that could do that. Now, after sending couple of information about what the SCUMO is supposed to be and all of that. Now, the next day, those were personal information about me. Now, the following day, I received a call from someone claiming to be one Mr. Emmanuel, and he said he lived in now in I think it was in my NIN certificate, my NIN slip. It was one old address where I was living, where I first did my NIN, and that was there. He said Mr. Emmanuel, he lived at so. So when when people call, when they begin to call, so what they do, they get information about you. Now, when he said that, oh, Mr. Emmanuel from so street, now that's taking me back to the wood. Oh, okay, I lived here. Now, in my head, there's only one person that I know, that is Emmanuel, because I live a triangle life. Church, work, house. That's me. So you probably wouldn't see me outside or playing or doing any stuff. As far as there's light, I'm on my laptop working. So I live that triangle life. So I can count people, I can count my friends, I can count them. So I had to do a quick scan, Mr. Emmanuel. The only Emmanuel that I knew is a mentee now. Like, is a mentee, and they're like, okay, Mr. Iman, okay, give, let's, okay, Mr. Iman, I just have to play along. Okay, hi, Mr. Emmanuel, it's been a while. He asked me where I am currently. Okay, he said, he also has left Lagos and stuff like that. Okay, I told him, but I'm not currently at the street again and stuff. I just have to play along because in my head, I'm like, Mr. Emmanuel. I was going to call my brother instantly, like, oh, who is still learning Mr. Emmanuel when we're, because I would like to, connect back and stuff like that. So the next thing that he said was, I think he said he's in Enugu or Abuja, and he needed to, ship some item. Will I be willing to help him receive them so that he can pay me money? I'm like, bro, you are a dummy, you a dummy social engineer. Why? Because anybody that knows me knows that, okay, there are three things John would do. Is either John, because I'm also a photographer, so is either, if he has said something about photography cameras, okay, that I might have even, paid attention. If it have said something about tech, I want to build a website, or he wants to do something, or he wants to do streaming, or, if he had said something relating to some of the things, some of the things I do as my services, I might have even paid attention. But he said business. I'm not. You're talking to the. If you had mentioned my brother, yes, my brother is the one for the business. But if he had said, the moment he said those words, I just hung up the call that, nah, this is what a scammer. Now, if I'm to trace that information, who did, because I know everywhere so you need to know wherever you put in your information, who you give your information to, such that if anything is coming, if there's any attack or something, you can trace it. Okay, I didn't even message the lady that I reached out to concerning the school mall stuff. And for me, Elfinger would definitely point to that lady because that is the person I gave those information to. She probably might not be the one. It might be the third party that is carrying out that activity that she gave those information to, that they are now trying to exploit. Now, they've gathered information about me, where I live, my street, all of those things. Now, if someone now calls you, hi Samuel, don't you remember me? Mommy, please, this, that is from so street. Why? Because now you have your information, your personal information on Facebook, you have them. So people can gather information about you and cook up story that make you what trust them. And the moment they can get you to trust them, that's the end. So if someone calls you, I'm calling from your bank to verify your account, you probably will not, because verify which account. Banks would never call you. But what if someone else calls you that, hey man, this is me, John. We went to the same school, secondary school, years back, and he starts mentioning different things about you, like about your growing up. Whereas, where did they get those information from? From your social media account, from your Facebook account. So they can cook up stories based on the information that you've given to them outside there, and they cannot use it to target you. Two, authority. People tend to obey authority figures. Example, you could receive a message, this is the CEO, I need you to transfer 5 million immediately. Employees often comply without questioning. Not me. I would question. I would question some of these things. Okay, I have a friend who works with a fintech app. Is it a fintech or a crypto app? And I think someone social engineered his colleague to transfer. I think they said they transacted like 3,000 USDT and it didn't go, but they need a refund. So he was trying to see how to make that refund back to them, back to the client. But for some reason, it was a scammer. Now, what saved him was because there were two channels for confirming or carrying out transactions like that. So once he has done his own, he would need to go to a second person to view or to validate that information or to validate that transaction. So what else did he not do? So when it got to that my friend's table, my friend was like, no, this thing doesn't make sense. So he had to check, he had to call just to confirm. Okay, most times, if you call customer care, they will ask you, oh, your mother's maiden name, they will ask you for your date, for your date of birth. They can ask you some information that are personal to you that only you should know. So he asked some specific information and the person was unable to give. And that's when they figured out that was a scam. Just imagine it was just one person. That is how they would have transferred 3,000 USDT, and that's the end. So there's nothing that can be done. So people tend to obey authority figures because that's the boss. You receive. Just take for instance, you're working. Let me say you are the financial or you are the accountant, and you receive a message with your boss same number that says, please, I need you to transfer X amount of money. I'm stranded at so place. I just tried to buy an item and it's not working. You would want to transfer the money, but mind you, you need to confirm. Okay, sir, are you the one that said I should transfer this so amount of money? For me, most times I will call the person. If you don't pick, I can't transfer and I can't send that money. As little as 2,000, I would not, because I just want to be because you never can tell. There was a case of, I think, a friend of mine. When I saw the message, I'm like, no, they've hacked my friend account. I just had to just update it on our group chat that anybody, please just don't. I had to take initiative by myself because I knew that this my friend can never ask for something like this. That he would never. And you also need to pay attention to people's chat. How they chat with you. For me, that's one thing I pay attention to, your style of chatting. Now, someone messages you that sends a message and say alpha, AWFA, using abbreviation. If you do that, I'm like, okay, we don't do that. So if I'm seeing that from you, AWFA, I'm like, okay, something is wrong. I'll first check. No, this is not you chatting. So there's usually there's consistency as to how your boss will message you. So you check all of those things. That's what I do, and that's how we educate people. So before you carry out some of these things, check, to see that that consistency has been there. In spellings, in so many things. So third is C. Fear causes what? Panic, which is fear. Your account has been hacked. Click here immediately. Now they give you that thing that makes you feel scared that you need to do it now, and that's what fear does. Now, once you receive a message that says your account, now I tried this out on a friend of mine. I used another email of mine to send a hacked message, and this because I know I had information about her and stuff like that. I just had to come. She was saying she could not be social engineered. I just, okay, let's test it on you and see if you would fall for this, and she fell for it because I had information about her. I had to even downgrade myself. I had to say, okay, that your friend. That I just had to say things that made her believe that, okay, this is actually coming from me. How can she was like, John, help me. I'm like, and I was responding with two different emails. So you just never. So that thing that gives you that that sense of fear. Okay, you need to do this immediately. So victims act before thinking. And that's one thing about social engineers. They just try to make you get off balance, because once they can get you to be off balance, then you will make certain mistakes. So victims usually act before thinking. So if you're following, can I get a couple of response? I'm not bothering you. Okay, then let's continue. Now, next is what? Urgency. Attackers create what? Pressure. They create what? Pressure. So that's one thing attackers do. They create what? Pressure. Now, please just mute your mic. Limited time. Immediate action is required. Account expires today. So you can see something that's, oh, you have the next 2 hours before you can do before your account will get blocked and stuff like that. Immediate action is required. They could tell you that, oh, if you don't do this, your account will get expired today. You see messages like that. So urgency reduces what critical thinking. That sense of urgency, it reduces what critical thinking. It takes you off balance that you can't even think. So anything that gives you any sense of what urgency, you need to check it again. You need to really, really check it again. If they are putting pressure on you that, oh, you need to do this, you need to act fast, you need to check that in again. Okay. Now, curiosity. People want to know secret. Just take for instance, you see this file, salary list 2026.pdf. Now you will be curious to know, let me see how much Mr. Samuel is earning. You would want to know, oh, the moment you open it, you've installed a malware because you saw it. You might just see a flash drive, 502 gigabytes. You'll be like, wow. And you just see the flash drive hanging somewhere. I just want to take it. And you taking it, putting it inside your laptop, you might have installed a malware. So people are curious to know what's up. They just want to know. They just want to know. Now, there's even another one, we call it steganography. It's a concept in cybersecurity of how you can conceal information. So we can conceal over 1 terabyte of file inside an image, and you probably would not know. The moment you click on it, I could send you an image. The moment you click on it, a malware gets installed on your laptop. So you might just send you a message that, do you know this person? We went to the same school together. You just have to be careful. You clicking that file alone can install malware. So you just have to be careful. Now, next is scarcity. People value things that seem limited. Okay. Example, only 5 prizes left. First 100 users win. Exclusive invitation. These are things you see. For example, you see it on Temu, you see it on some ridiculous websites. 5. You see this one. Is it Pin Me, or I've forgotten what they usually use. Is it spin me to win? How can I spin you to? You self think it. Let's calm down. Think, how can you spin and you want to win 1,000? It does not make any sense. Only 5 prizes left. Spin me to win. You will spin all of your account. You will spin your account. So you just have to be careful. People value things that seem limited. You see things like first 100 users win. And before you know, they're telling you first 100 users, you want to be the part of the first one. People rush without verifying. That's the whole essence of it. Now, once they can put that sort of message, people would rush without verifying, because you want to be you don't want to miss out, or you don't want to lose out in the stuff that is going on. So you need to verify before you do anything. It's super important. Okay, now let us look at common social engineering attacks. Oh boy, this is really I think okay, yes. So common social engineering attacks. Okay, yes, sir. I'm on track. Now, one is phishing. Phishing is fraudulent emails designed to steal sensitive information. Example, your Netflix account has expired. Click here to update payment. Victims enter card details. Now, I built a site for a client of mine that runs an NGO, and I think she was out of the country for a conference with UN, and they were going to, I think the UN was going to do something, and they needed her, or they were going to send an email to have to verify and stuff like that. So when she got back to Nigeria, she reached out to me that she's expecting an email. Lo and behold, there was an email was sent. In fact, because I manage the account and stuff. So when I received the mail, I was super excited for that. Okay, take note. I sent the message to her via WhatsApp that see this, blah blah blah, this. Congratulations, you've been selected. I didn't read the information of the what's it called, of the mail. I didn't read it, and this is me aside. Now it's to tell you that you can't say but two, or you can't be. No, anyone can make mistakes. Even me, I myself, I can make mistakes. Now, the moment I sent it, she read through it because out of my excitement, I didn't. I just saw the message. Are you in conference? Yeah, Dave. I think she was going to come over, or they were going to partner with her or stuff like that. So now the next thing she said was, "Hi, John. I didn't send this email address." The moment she said, I was like, "Oh, damn!" I had to go and check. I had to read the message. When at some point I saw the message that they said she needed to pay, is it $150 or $2,000 for her ticket and so many other things, I said, John, how did you miss this? Now, when I check, I had to do my findings, where the mail was coming from, the server and all of those things, there were discrepancies. At some point it started off somewhere, it's just like a server coming from US. Before I was seeing the server in Germany, then I knew that something was wrong there. So I had to go to UN official website to check if this event was stated for that particular day. That event was not there. Now, what was it? The email she gave was different from that email they sent it to. Now, it's so easy to get all of this information. You can get the list of those that participated or that were available in what, or you can check the attendance, the company's name, and so, these are the names of the companies that were present in this event. You can go online and start checking for them. You will definitely see their email address, you see their contact address. So for Adin being she didn't say that, who knows? So when I checked the link, I saw the link again. The link wasn't corresponding. Like, I just knew it was a phishing link. I said, damn. So just imagine, I didn't pay attention. Out of excitement, I forwarded the message to her. And she's quite old. If she had clicked it, all blames would be on me. So you just never can tell. So phishing, is more or less like a fraudulent email designed to steal sensitive information. They will send it to your mailbox, with links. You can click on the link. It will take you to like, for example, it might be a Facebook. This might tell you to log in. It will take you to that same login page of Facebook. You will see the same interface of Facebook, the same thing. The moment you put in your username and password, that's the end. Once you put it, and it will now redirect you to the normal Facebook account. If you find something like that you click on an account, you enter your password and login, and it tells you login successful, it now takes you to that same account again to log in again. My brother, there's fire on the mountain. You need to check. So the moment you enter your information, attackers will steal them. They will see it from their end. So phishing is one of, and this has been the greatest cyber attacks. Phishing. A lot of companies have suffered from phishing. Second is spear phishing. Unlike regular phishing, spear phishing targets specific individuals. Now, what does spear phishing does? It targets specific individuals. Specific individuals like, an attacker can research an employee on LinkedIn and send a personalized email address. Now, because it contains personal details, it will look genuine. Now, if banks want to reach out to you, they would mention your name. If you just receive an email and they say, "Hi there," no, you have my information. For you to send me an email address, you have my information. So they will definitely send your name. They will say, "Hi, John." So if you just receive an email and it's "Hi there," you need to be careful. Now I can go and research for someone here on LinkedIn. All of you information are here now. Some of you pictures are on your Gmail. I think I was even looking for someone the other day. I found the picture on Gmail. I had to enhance it, make it look much more beautiful, and I had to carry out a face scan to bring out much more information about the person. Now, I can research for any one of you on LinkedIn or your name. Now, or perhaps not even on LinkedIn, on Facebook. and it will bring out your information. And by that, I can now send you an email address to say, oh, hi, Mr. Johnson. Now it looks genuine because it is carrying your information. So spear phishing targets what specific what individuals. Okay. Next we have is what whaling. Whaling targets what senior executives. Example: CEO, CFO, directors. So whaling will target what specific individuals in the organizations. It targets what specific individuals. Now, the attacker hopes to steal large amount of money or confidential information. So that's one. The attacker hopes to steal large amount of money or confidential information. That's one thing they do. So they can just target the CEO because now that's the human thing. Like I used to say, resist the urge to let people know that you're doing fine on the internet. Just resist that urge. Yeah, it's good, but resist it, okay? Because you never can tell, who is targeting you. Okay. Now, that's the CEO. They could just get information of the CEO to say, oh, we'll send an email of to so person and blah blah blah. Now, next is what smishing. This is what an SMS based phishing. Example: your bank account has been suspended. Visit this link immediately. Okay, this one is more or less like an SMS rather than email. Excuse me. They will send you what an SMS, and the moment you click on it, now the link can lead to a fake banking website. They'll not tell you to log into your information and stuff like that. If you do that, your account is gone. Now, most times, I think there's one that's going on multimedia. It could be it could just be like, I don't know how to explain it. They can send you an image. I still received one yesterday. They sent an image to me via SMS. The moment you see such thing, please do not click on it. In fact, this is around 4:33 p.m. This one was saying, catch up on all actions from your favorite sport. Click https bit.ly sport. Let me screenshot this and send it to the group chat. Like this was one I received. I didn't want to know if it is legit or not. Why would you send me? And I just dropped that on the group chat so you guys can check it. Now you receive an image like this. http bit.ly sport n2. Okay, now let us check if this guy is legit or not. Let us go to VirusTotal. VirusTotal.com. I want to go to VirusTotal. Now they can hide websites. They can hide some of this information. Okay, I'm on VirusTotal.com. So I want to type in the URL https. Okay. I don't know if it is legit. I don't watch more. So bit.ly slash capital S and 2. I click enter. It might be legit. I don't know. This is still trying to analyze. So, okay, thank you. Can you see something, guys? He said what? Phishing. Analysis in progress. I hope you all can see this. Phishing here. It flagged it as what? Phishing. So, this is just today, July 18. You will see it as an MMS. That's multimedia message. Okay, multimedia message. Okay, July 18. This is still July 18. So once you receive messages like this, if you click on that image, that's the end. You are gone. There's nothing. There's no redemption. Like that account, that you are gone. Okay, like this guy I was talking about. The moment he start up his laptop like this, the next thing that is popping up is YouTube, Gmail, Facebook, just trying to have access to his account. So every time. And thank God for Facebook, Gmail, and YouTube for their security. They were able to block it and flag. In fact, they suspended his account such that the person would not have access to that account again. So just imagine it was in your company's website that you probably don't even your company website is not even secured, or they don't have the security measures that these big companies have put in place. They will just have access to the account, and that's it. So if I receive a message like this, and you can see the website is leading to what? TikTok. That's where the website is leading to. Is leading to TikTok, because it is coming from BitLive, phishing. So you just have to be careful of the files you click, and so on and so forth. You just have to be careful. So once you receive messages like this, okay, you don't click on. And I like the fact that this was something that that just happened recently, just today, and that's the topic I'm talking about. So SMS. So if you click on this link, that's the end. It might now lead you to your TikTok account to now say log into your TikTok account. Whereas you've logged in before. If you log in again to that TikTok account, that's the end. Your TikTok account is gone. Only if you've now put in 2FA authentication. For me, I can log in because I have multi-factor authentication put in everywhere. Use your authenticator app. It's so important. Even if you're a business owner here and you have staff that are working with you, and they need to you need to have the company's WhatsApp business, use multi-factor authentication. Don't give them full access. Okay, do not give them full access. A company in what was the name? Is it Rwanda? I can't remember the company or the country now. They reached out to me, friend. They gave the social media manager access to the account. That's the person managing the account, and the person refused. The person, it was so funny. The person did not refuse to give them access to the account back. Like they are just only posting content to the account via automated AI that they've integrated to it. The person has logged them out of the account, and they can't create another account because they have over like 50 something thousand followers. It's a big company. They are willing to pay. I had somebody I've tried. I'm like, bro, this person must be skilled because they've put in so many things that we cannot recover the accounts back. I mean, like, how can you give someone full access to your account like that? And the account is over 50,000 K followers, and they can't start all over again now because brand trust. A lot of you get so a lot of damage can happen. So whenever anything you want to do, have access to it, full access. Anything they want to do, OTP will be sent to you. Then you send them the OTP. Okay, so bear that in mind. Next is what? Vision. This is voice vision. Attackers call victims pretending to be banks, police, technical support, government agencies. Example, we detected fraud on your account. The victim reveals banking information. Okay, you don't want to do this. So this one is more or less like a voice call. You receive call from, police officers and stuff like that. Next is what? BEC, which is what? Business email compromise. This has affected a lot of what? Corporate entities. One of the most expensive cyber crimes. One of the most. An attacker can impersonate a company executive. Example, HR. Hi, please transfer 12 million to this supplier urgently. The employee obeys. The money goes to the criminal. A lot. If you do your research and find out for companies, you will see a lot of business are falling victim of this. Why? Because the employees are not trained, or they were not trained to be able to detect or suspect social engineering attacks. And once it comes, they just obey because I mean that's what they've been doing before. If your boss tells you to send money to this, will you question your boss? You won't question it. That's because that's what they've been doing before. So if that same boss is telling them to send, in fact, there was a friend of mine. He she is a millionaire. He's an artist, so she's sort of sponsored so his music career and stuff like that. Then there was a day I think he called me to send money to him or to his account or to perhaps the millionaire's account, who is a lady. And he was acting urgent, like, Alpha, John, this woman said I should send so amount of money. And it was a ridiculous amount of money. Like, was it not 5,000? I'm like, she's a woman, she's not even a millionaire, a billionaire. And when he said that, I was like, 5K. I had to ask him, is this money for you or for you? I'm like, bless, I'm like, guy, this woman will she will sponsor two of us. Why is she requesting for 5,000? So I had to ask him, okay, are you sure our account has not been hacked? Because how was 5K? Like, I mean, is it 5K dollars or I don't know, 5,000? I'm like, okay. Then he said she called him that because he had to call her and he heard her voice. I'm like, brother, yeah, has gone beyond this one. They will clone your voice, and so apparently it wasn't the woman, because I mean a billionaire asking for 5K. I like, don't she have other billionaires around that is now with that she gets, so you just never can tell. You just never can tell. Okay. So you need to train staffs, they're expected to be trained to be able to suspect, some of these attacks. Now, next is what? Pretexting. So the attacker invents a believable story to obtain information. Example, pretending to be an HR officer, verifying employee records. Now, take for instance, I can walk up to you and say, I can cook up a story that you would believe with emotions. You would definitely believe. And if you're not trained, please, for no reason should you reveal sensitive information, because you never can tell. Okay, you just never can tell. Now there was I think we wanted to do something at some point, and we just I was the lead person there. All I had to do was just to just cook up, because we needed to get past that information. The police weren't cooperating, and we needed to just I had to cook up a story, and I mean we were able to get the information we needed. So it's so you can someone can cook up a story, and for example now I can let me say bossa, or I think this one happened in the school. The guy cooked up a story for a bossa, and think he was able to somehow I think he didn't even pay for his school fees or stuff like that, because he cooked up a story, and he had to insert his flash drive, and you just never can tell. Okay. Baiting, offering something attractive to lure victims, free software, free movie download, free USB drive. The free item contains malware. Anything free. I've said it again. If something is free, you are the product. Okay. If something is free, you are what? The product. So you can't afford to keep getting free things, because now you to reason it, like, let us all reason together. Okay, let us all reason together. Netflix is, they say, oh, you have to pay 7,000 a monthly for your Netflix. Someone now say you will get it 100 naira or 1,005 for a lifetime. Is that person a fool? How much 1.5 will that person make? Eh? That's what you should be asking. How many 1.5 will that person make? If Netflix is saying 7,000 per month, then someone is offering you an app for 1.5 for a lifetime. You too, you're a thief, you're a criminal. Because tell me, how can, it makes no sense. So if you're in that category, please stop it. Because these free things it can ruin your life. Okay. I've seen a lot of people that based on these free things, so many informations, they are nudes. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot. So please, okay, these free things, these free things, like, stop it. It's a bad thing. Okay, there are things that are free that oh, it is genuinely free, not the one that is free. Okay, please, tailgating or piggybacking. An unauthorized person follows an authorized employee into a secure building. We see this in the movie. Now, take for instance, I want to get into a building that I don't have access to, and I'm seeing that a delivery car is comes to deliver an item, and I might just help them to carry that item into the office. By so doing, I've also what enter into the organization. Now, holding the door open for someone carrying boxes, the person enters without what an access card. So this is very possible. You see this in movie. Now we have quid pro quo. The attacker offers a benefit in exchange for information. Example, I'm from IT, I'll fix your computer, I just need your password. So they would offer something in exchange for another thing. So if you tell me this, I'll give you access to this, and this. So if you tell me if you tell me this person's number, I'll give you access to movies and stuff like that. Because they know that you like K drama. So they have many K drama to give you. In fact, there was someone I think I obtained information because of K drama. I will give you a site for K drama movies, latest K drama movies. And she gave me the information. And I actually gave her access to the K drama because she loved K drama. So people would always use what you like against you. So you probably don't let them know what you like because they will use it to get information from you. Okay. So now let us look at real world case studies. Case study one, the Twitter attack 2020. You can search for some of these. Attackers use social engineering to trick employees into giving access to internal systems. They then took over high-profile accounts belonging to celebrities and business leaders to promote a cryptocurrency scam. I don't know if you probably read of or you heard of that during 2020. Lesson, even large technology companies can be compromised if employees are what manipulated. So the whole essence of social engineering is that employees, the humans behind these systems, behind the organizations, should be trained, should be educated in cybersecurity. Case study two, business email compromise. Many organizations worldwide have lost millions of dollars because employees trusted fake emails that appeared to come from executives or suppliers. Lesson, always verify financial requests through another communication channel is super important. Don't just say, oh, it is one person that have access. And that's why you see that in banks or some account, you must have two signatories. It's two people that will sign it, not just one person, two. Because you never can tell if one person has been compromised and stuff like that. So anything that has to do with financial transaction, the request should also go through another communication channel. Okay. Now we'll soon be ending. Next is defending against social engineering. We'll talk about for individuals and for organizations because I know a couple of us work. And so you can use this within the organization and also educate. So people must also, technology alone cannot stop social engineering. People must also be trained. And that's why AI and so many of these things, that's not a topic for today. For individuals, think before clicking. Think before you click. Verify unexpected requests is so important. Something you're not expecting, you verify it. Never share passwords. Okay. I think we've said this again. Enable multi-factor authentication. It is important that you enable multi-factor authentication. MFA must be implemented. Please enable MFAs. It's super important. If you don't enable MFA, your account can be gone in seconds. But with MFA, it protects your account. Okay. Be suspicious of what urgency. Anything that tells you to act now, be suspicious. Check email addresses carefully. Something is telling you, oh, you just have to facebooks.com at admin@facebooks.com. You probably wouldn't pay attention to the S, but you need to check email address carefully. Don't trust caller ID alone. Do not just trust them. Avoid plugging in unknown USB drives. These have cost organizations millions. You just plug unknown USB drives. You don't do that, okay? Lock your computer when away. I think I said that in the last class. And if you're stepping out of somewhere, lock your computer. Lock your computer. It's so important that you lock your computer when you're stepping away. When even if you just want to take water, okay, even if you just want to take water, you just want to lock your computer. It's super important. These things I'm saying, it's super important that you need to lock your computers because we've seen, I think I shared a couple of examples last class, how we were able to save a lady, against our colleague that wanted to ruin our job. So it's important. So for individuals, you need to lock the computer. I do this. If I want to, I lock. Only perhaps probably when I'm in the house, I probably wouldn't. But I'm not in the house, I'm out, I lock. Because you just going to take water. Someone might have plugged in a flash drive and can install a malware within seconds. And you would not see awareness training. It I'm the wrong person. Now imagine the company is someone and lost football and you just see something like live match. Trust me, you will click it. And you will click it. You will click that link or get free what was that in people that bet used to call it free I forgot it. I forgot the name. Those that bet know it. Uh, predictions, yes. Get free predictions. You will click it because you like free things. So imagine, you give someone that, is a footballer or watches ball and they sent him a message, oh, click here to get free prediction. He will they would have hacked your company before you know that. So please always conduct regular security awareness training. Most times it could be 3 months, but it's super important. We have cyber security awareness training months where it's important. And next is run phishing simulation exercises. Companies do this a lot. They will not inform the employees that they are carrying out a phishing simulation exercise. Some of them will just receive email. It's just to test how susceptible their employees or their staffs are in case a phishing like this occurs. They just hire a hacker, give them the email address of all the staff, and they will just send email address. It could just be something like salary list dot pdf. You would want to see, you would want the human in you would want to see salary. You would want to know how much Mr. Bielu is earning more than you. You would want to see it. Definitely. So so we know how to carve out messages that can interest you. Messages that can interest you. It might just be that, oh, couple of messages can just be, oh, what was the last thing that was discussed in the organization? Salary increase. If you click it, there's nobody that does not want salary increase. So you put it there. Use email filtering and anti-spam too. So there are, for example, you can have if it's for phone, Truecaller is there that can just block out spam calls for you without having to pay. It will just block them. So most times I receive them, spam calls. It will just ring, and once it rings and it just goes, I just, oh, this is a spam, so I don't even pick it. Email filtering are, there are tools that they would filter spam emails. So and that's where some mails will be dropping in your drop. Now these guys have gone so crazy that spam mails. The reason for spam is that, oh, most times if this IP address that they're using to send email has been blocked or has been flagged as a spam, it start dropping in your spam box rather than in your inbox. Okay. Now, legitimate scammers, the mails will drop in your inbox and it will look legit. Okay. Now implement multi-factor authentication. Now you're seeing it here the second time. It's super important. This can save your organization a lot. Enforce list privilege. So there's a principle of list privilege. Just give people the required access for the job they need to do. Oh, someone is an HR. Everything that has to do with should just be for HR. Someone in the IT should not have access. If there's no business having access to financial information, he should not have access to it. Just give people the required privilege they need to do their work. Require verification for financial transactions. Develop clear incident reporting procedures. So what are incident response? So incident reporting is, oh, in case there's an incident, how you must have built up incident response plan or procedures, just to mitigate against that incident. Perform background checks where appropriate is super important. Why? Because you never can tell if there's an insider threat. So it's important for background checks. Okay, it's important. You always carry out a background check just to know, who is who. Okay, because now last is reporting suspicious activities. Early reporting can prevent a small mistake from becoming a major incident. Report suspicious activities if you notice unexpected emails asking for passwords. Okay, you just receive an email to say, oh, we need to reset your password. No. So you need to understand how technology works or how some of these things work. If you receive an email to say update your password, nobody will tell you to go update your password. Like, why would they tell you to update your password? Probably in an organization, okay, they will tell you to update your password. But if someone is trying to tell you to update your password, they will give you reasons why. Nobody will just tell you to go and update your password. They will tell you the reason why you should update your password. Oh, perhaps your password was found on a data breach. Update your password. And just update your password and you check the link. Okay, take for instance that virus total that I just showed us. The link that was sent was bit.ly. Okay, bit.ly. So what does it mean? So most times, let me see if I can bring up an email. Let me see if I can bring up an email that I can just use to show us this. Just okay, so this is a mailbox, or this is my mailbox. Okay, and this is the mail for the training that we're having. Now, take for instance, companies what Anetcom. Okay, this is now if you let me say the company, okay, is google.com. Now, the email that you are receiving is saying update your Google password, but it's not coming from admin at nemok.com. It doesn't make any sense. You get it makes no sense. It's expected to be but from google.com. Now take for instance, view on Google Calendar. Okay, I hope you're able to see this. Well, now this is saying view on Google Calendar. Let me copy this link address and let me paste this here. Now, this is what link address now is saying link address. Now, if I now paste this link, this is the link I copied from from the Gmail. Now, if I paste this link and I'm not seeing anything about google.com, now when you mouse over that information, now when you mouse over that what's it called? When you mouse over that link, okay, it would what's it called? It would show you the URL. Now, this is saying calendar.google.com. So I know that, oh, this is coming from google.com. But if you now see something dot XYZ, blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that, then you should know that, oh, something is really, really wrong, that it's not actually what coming from what google.com. You get? So you have to be careful about the link. Okay, please just a minute. Let me send attendance link. Okay, the attendance link has been sent. Would be available for the next 25 minutes. So if you can drop it on the group chat, thank you so much for that. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So if you have to be careful, you have to ensure that the link that any link you are not sure of, always check the headers. Okay, always check some of those things just to be sure that. So for mail, if you have an email address or stuff like that and you're using it from your laptop, I think you can do this from your laptop or so. On the mailbox, come to these three icon. If you're using a Gmail, or most times you'll find it there, just click on these three icons to show you more. And after it's done that, it will show you show original message, show original. Then this will take you to uh it will take you to the email. Okay, it will take you to the email. You see something delivered to me. This is to be delivered to me, and this is how we check the integrity of email addresses. Most times this is failed, it's expected to be passed, but email address authentication, for example, this is, if you can see google.com here, this is showing google.com. So most times I can know that, oh, it is coming from google.com. If I see something else that is coming from, let me say another thing to say, let me search for relay. So something relay, I can't seem to find it. So I'm saying something about notification at google.com. So I know that it's coming from, google.com to get. But if I just find something out, let me say, so and so thing, something different from the company or from the infrastructure, then I know that this email address is not genuine. So that way, I'm able to detect that information or that mail I received is not uh, genuine. So if you notice unexpected emails, so strange login notifications, you did not log in and something is just telling that unknown login, you need to be careful because someone is actually on your account. Okay, unknown phone calls requesting sensitive information. Okay, people still fall for this. Okay, even in 2026 because of the information they might have gathered about them. And for you, so imagine someone telling you that we grew up together, we went to the same school, you know, my oh, those stories that are just personal to you that only you can know them. If another person tries to, if someone else sees those stories, you know that, oh, this story is legit. Ticket is really, really legit. That means that person is true. Okay. Once you receive information like that, you start trusting. Okay. Now, suspicious USB devices, okay, don't just plug in USB device, okay, do not just plug in USB device. If you've not put in measures in place, I've put in measures in place, so I can plug any USB. I can plug any USB because I've put measures in place that can flag against any malicious USB, anything carrying any it will flag it. So if you've not put measures in place, don't just plug in any USB device. Install antivirus apps. Okay, there are some free trial. Install them. Avast is there, Malwarebytes, install them. Okay. Unusual account activity. Okay. You notice that for some reason someone is trying to log into your account. So unusual account activity. So you need to report them. For some reason you are receiving an OTP on your WhatsApp. It will tell you that someone is trying. So you need to be at alert. Requests that seem urgent or unusual. Urgent is coming again. Okay. Anything that seems unusual. Okay, you need to report it. Now, what should you do? Number one, stop interacting with the message or caller. Do not give them do not entertain much more conversation. Once you suspect that this, just end the call. Okay, like what I did when the guy just end the call. Don't interact do not interact with them. Okay. Because the more you do, the more you become vulnerable. Do not interact. Okay, don't try to play smart. I tell people it's because if you say they've not scammed, it's because someone has not had your time. If they really have your time, they will scam you. Trust me. It's because no one has had your time. If they really, really have your time, they will scam you. Okay, they will social engineer you that you yourself you would not know that you've been social engineered. I'm telling you, you will not know that you've been social engineered. You will not know that you've been social engineered. So do not click links or open attachments. In attachment are files, PDF. Don't open them. Okay. Now just imagine UBA, you are receiving a notification from UBA. The same UBA logo, everything, and it's telling you that account statement for the month. I think GT Bank does that. GT Bank sends your account statement every at the end of the month. Imagine they send you your account statement. Are you likely to open it or not? You are likely to open it. That's the normal you are likely to open it. But what if it was now? This is why I'm saying that you can be socially engineered if you don't know some of these things. Okay, you receive your account statement and you click on it. You probably might not even know that an attacker has been inside your system, and they could just be spying on you. There's what we call key logger, capturing your keystroke, anything you're typing. They are saying it. They can. I wish we can carry out some of these exercises, just for you to see that some of these things are true, very, very true. Someone can spy on your camera, someone can listen to your audio, you can be typing now and I can literally see your screen. I can see everything that you're doing on your laptop. I can take a snapshot of everything that you're doing on your laptop. I can listen to your audio, listen to your list. So there's a lot. So you don't want to, you just have to be careful. Okay. Do not provide sensitive information. Next, inform your IT or security team immediately. Okay, immediately you report. Keep the email or message as evidence if instructed. Okay, you need to keep it as what? Evidence when instructed. Next is change affected password. I want to send this video to the change affected passwords if you think you have been compromised. So if you notice that you've been compromised, you need to change what? Affected password. You really need to change affected password. Okay. So that is that. So thank you so much for listening, and take your questions now. Any questions?
I have a question.
Okay,
I have a question. So please,
okay,
for
I'm
password,
fine. Okay, please go ahead, Julius.
In putting password, like what advisable way are we to put password on our laptops or computers or even bank apps?
Okay, can you come again? It was breaking at some point.
I said in putting password for our phones, laptop, and even bank apps, what advisable way are we to put password?
Okay, so all right, thank you for that. So for password, the password is so there's password length. Okay. Your password should be at least from eight characters to 12. 8 to 12 characters. Okay, that's one. Your password should contain uppercase, lowercase, numbers, and half and special characters. So special characters are @ symbol, underscore, $sign, hash, dot, all of those things. So, and for me, I tell people, we have an advantage. We are Africans, okay, we are Nigerians. So you can use your indigenous name, Ifagbemi, as your password. Okay, because there's what we call word list. A word list is a combination of what of known passwords that have been used, and this word list are written in what English language. Okay, so it's very easy to use, and you can have a word list that has over 16 million passwords that they've used to crack different passwords and even to crack different accounts, and your password can fall into that category, so you just never can tell. So okay, so you just have to you just have to what's it called? You just have to ensure your password is 8 to 12 characters long, and it's so easy to write your password. So this is something you can also do. Have a pattern for your password. So for example, if you want to sign up on facebook.com, okay, or Facebook, you can just use the three letters of that thing, face, FAC, first three letter of your surname or your last name, combine it together with numbers that people might probably not know. Your date of birth from the back, not from the front. To get from the back, it's saving password is so easy. People say, I don't know my password. You can just have a system. It's just having a system as to how you save your password. So if the password is Facebook, so I can say, oh, take for instance, if it's Facebook, the attendance link has been sent. So if it's Facebook, I can say I'm typing something on the let me type this on the let me just go to this tab, brother. So if it's Facebook, I can say FAC at oh, which number can I use? Uh so like this, I know that this password belongs to Facebook. So if it's Instagram, you can use the four. Just use something that only you can know. If it's for me, it might not even be INGS. It can be so if it is Instagram like this, it can be from the back. My password will not have to be so if it is four, it will now be TSNI. If it's John, HOD at 4321. Flip it backward. Nobody will know. Like you can't even. So this is something that only you know. You are the only one that know. So you can use your password. So I have my own format that I wouldn't want to expose before someone will try my name combinations. Okay. So you can use your own format. If it's the first two letter will be the front, the last two letter will be from the back. You can change it. So that's how you can store you can create strong password. And if you check, it will pass 6 to 8 characters, 6 to 8. It will pass it. Okay, because you're combining numbers, you're combining special characters. Don't just save your password as KB love 1 2 3 4. They will hack your account. They will hack your account. Okay, you're using Temi love 1 2 3 4. It's so easy to get. Yeah, I hope I answered your questions. Okay, Raphael, you can ask your question.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Please, can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you.
All right, thank you for this lesson. It's really touching. Coming back to the password, please, there are some cases where, when you want to open your Facebook account, or maybe when you create a password, they will ask you to save your password for later. Is it advisable to save the password for later use, or you ignore it? And is it possible? Is it good for us for me to ignore it, or to save it to use it later?
So I would just advise you save it instantly rather than saving it for later. There's no need to save for later. Just save it immediately. You get.
No, sir, I'm asking in the aspect of like if my phone is with me and somebody later on logged into my Facebook account, and you can obviously have access to my Facebook because I saved the Facebook on it already, maybe through my Gmail or something like that. I don't know if it's advisable that I I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say, sir.
Okay, so what you're trying to say, if I get, is that, let's say someone have access to your phone account, your phone password, and because your information are already saved, on you already have them saved already. So once they get into your phone, they can have access to your Facebook and other accounts. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir, perfectly.
Okay, so basically there are applications that can lock your phone, that can lock your apps. There are applications out there that can lock your apps. That even if someone knows the phone, so you always use different password for all of those things. So the password to your phone should be different to the password to unlock the apps. It's two different things. So for example, now I my phone. So you unlock my phone. I unlock my phone. If you want to go into my WhatsApp, you would need to unlock it, which is a different set of password. I have my locked chat, is a different set of password. It's a different set of password. So that's three passwords. So if you have access to my phone, you know my phone password. You probably might not have access to my WhatsApp or any other thing. So there are applications that you can use to lock your devices, your app. There is apps that you can use to lock your apps. Okay, let me just use it that way. And also there's an app called Who Touch My Phone, WTMP. If anyone unlocks your phone, it takes a picture of them, of whoever unlocks your phone, so you can know. That way or that you can use WTMP, Who Touch My Phone. Yes, you can install it, and if someone unlocks your phone, it just takes a snapshot of the face that unlocks your phone, and that's it. You can send it to your email address. There's one that you can use that it sends it to your email address. You get, so that's one way. Okay. Uh, Mrs. Christiana, sorry, you can ask a question.
Yes, good evening. Good evening,
Good
sir.
evening.
Thank you very much for your time. Please, I want to ask a question. I don't know. There's something on my phone that I don't know how to remove it. Someone, use my phone sometimes to do some things. And on my Play Store now, anytime I install something, it will be showing me that person's phone that I should also install on that phone. And I will not install, but I want to remove it. I don't know how to remove it.
Okay, I think you might want to check the email accounts that are logged into your phone. That's one. So if the person's Gmail account is logged in on your phone somehow, because you can have multiple Gmail accounts on your phone if
Okay.
it's an Android. So you might want to check, go to Play Store at some point where your the icon, where your Gmail icon will show on the upper right. I can't really remember. So you will just click on it, you would see the accounts that are currently logged in on your phone. So you might want to remove them, or just go to your Google or Gmail setting to remove different email address. So that way, if you can do that, I think the account should be out of your phone.
But does it have any effect? Does it mean that whatever I do on my phone, the person is, or is there any effect of it?
No, if the person logged into your phone, you are
Okay.
probably would be seeing information about the person, phone numbers. If the person's contacts were saved on the Gmail, you'll be seeing those information. If even the mail addresses of the person, you'll be seeing those information on your
Okay.
own. So it doesn't affect you, it affects the person, because you will be the one seeing those information about the person.
Okay. So I should go to the Gmail on the Play Store.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Um,
Okay, for uh Mr. Praise, I can't really wrap my head around some of the apps that I have there. Probably I will just get back to you guys on the group chat for that. Or you can just go on Play Store and just search for Lock My App. It should bring out a couple of applications that I haven't used them in a while, so I can't really remember. I only use most of them on laptop. To get, I only use most of them on laptop. So just check for Lock My App. It should bring out a couple of probably bit. I can't really remember. Okay. Mrs. Ajayi, are you, Mrs. Ajayi, are you asking a question? Your hands is up. Okay, the name, it's not an app, it's a website, Virus Total. VirusTotal.com. VirusTotal.com. That's the name of the website. VirusTotal.com. VirusTotal.com. Okay, guys, please ask me questions. No, you can't install it. It's a website. You can't install it. It's a website. I don't know if they have an app. I can't really remember. I use the web version. All right, guys, please ask me questions. At the end of questions, please ask me questions. I think I will need to call people randomly to ask questions. Let me see. Okay, Daniel, you're raising up your hand, I think. You can ask your question.
Yes, good evening, sir. Thank you for this section. It has been inspiring.
Thank you so much.
My question is still on the app. Is it the app you're talking about, or is the app I'm asking of that you use to check the links? Because I try a lot of things, like clicking of links, registering on this one, and all that. So I just want to know the originality of these links that I'm clicking. So if there is an app I can install on my laptop or my phone, so I can be able to use them to check. That is the
Oh,
question, sir.
okay, if you want to check the original, well, you probably wouldn't. I'm not sure there's a way you can check the originality of an app, of a link per se, because, well, you can trace the domain. So that's one thing. You can trace domain. You can trace the. You can test for the originality of the uh, domain. But if it's for a link, I'm not sure you can, because I can generate any link. Now, Facebook, you just have to check the domain. So that's basically domain. And to check domain, you can go to this site, whois.com. You can go to this site, whois.com. It's loading, whois.com. Once you land here, whois.com, you can enter a domain name or an IP address. Let me say facebook.com, and I click enter. When you click facebook.com, it should take you to what's it called? It take you here, so you would see the information about Facebook, the domain, when it was registered in 1997, expires on 2034. You would see who registered the domain. That's if so. There's what we call is it client ID, or I can't remember what it's called. That's, most times you probably might not see the person that created it. So if I check um Netcom, registered 2017, it's still active. So you would see information about who registered, the domain registrar. That is qservers.net. It's a company in Lagos, Nigeria. So that's one way you can check the integrity of the domain. Okay, but for a link to check, just come to virustotal.com. You can upload the link to virustotal.com. If it's a file, you can upload the file to on virustotal.com, and it will show you, but if you want to, I don't think you can, because anybody can generate a link, but just go to virustotal.com to test for, what's it called, to test for if that link is a malicious link or not. But most times I check for the domain, to check the integrity of the domain first, and once that is done, then I can, move forward. Okay, so that's Okay, so any question, guys? I mean, I don't know why is there no questions or why are there no questions? Is it that you guys understand what I'm saying or I don't get? I need questions, something to challenge, you know, perhaps you're having confusion about something. Let me call names. Okay, I think I saw Grace. Can you just tell us, okay, what did you learn in 1, 2 minutes or just in 1 minute? I think I'll just call a couple of persons. I just want to be sure that we are learning something, okay, and it has been worthwhile. Grace, uh,
Um, all right. Thank you so much, Sarah.
you,
Thank you for the class. Thank you for the lesson. I think one of the things that really stood out for me was the fact that one has to be, very, very careful with one's devices. And when you talk about, um, locking your device, maybe when you want to step out or something happened to me sometimes ago. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, yeah. So I just want to share my experience to buttress that particular point. Something happened to me sometimes ago, I think 2 or 3 years ago. I left my phone on lock and somebody had access to my phone and blocked someone's contact on my WhatsApp and I didn't know. So later, the person now called me somewhere and said, "I've been trying to reach out to me, and I've not been reachable." Sort of. When I checked my phone, I asked her that you blocked this contact. So when and how? It was so surprising. In fact, since that day, I have been more careful with my phone, laptop, and everything. So yeah, one of the things that really stood out for me in today's lesson was being careful, being extra careful with your device wherever you are. Yeah, thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you so much, Grace. That was, I mean, you just have to be very, very careful with your device. Where else can I call? I think, okay, Adams, can you just share with us, probably just 1 minute what you learned? If you're shy, you can type. Okay. Or if you don't want to speak, you can type NAGCC. Please, do you want to talk to us what you learned? I think that's probably the last for today. You guys don't want to talk? Wow. Okay. All right, guys. So thank you so much for joining today's class. I really appreciate. I think I said something much more earlier. For some of us that joined quite late. Uh, the second assignment was quite impressive. The first one, majority of you guys used AI, so you guys did well. For the second assignment, you had to do it yourself. You had to install, Fing application, and it's so simple. The assignment was for you to connect to a router. If you don't have a router, just install Fing on and hotspot, share your hotspot to another device. You would see the list of devices that are connected to your own Wi-Fi or to your hotspot, a couple of things. So you just wanted to see who was the manufacturer of your model. I expect that some of you should have put, I think at that point, it was empty for some persons. So manufacturer of your model, like manufacturer of your ISP, your internet service provider. It could be MTN, it could be Airtel, it could be Etisalat, it could be Glo, it could be Starlink. Okay, if you're using a Wi-Fi, a pocket Wi-Fi, like there's always a manufacturer. Okay, there is always. some persons were like, I saw some things where like the manufacturer wasn't captured, or probably if you're using your phone, I just put your ISP. Okay, okay, that was really nice. So the next assignment is going to be super engaging. Yeah, so this is we, ensuring that you still do some form of technical things, aside from the fact that we are trying to keep it simple, because not everybody would have access to a laptop, and we don't want to have people miss out, on this training, such that you can still learn one or two things. And there's going to be a project, at the end of this, training, so that you do something that you can really say, okay, I did, a couple of these, this, and this. So I'll be sending the assignment, after this class. Okay, so thank you all so much, and I do hope you learned one or two things, and I do hope it was quite impactful for you. And uh, we'll be seeing you in the next class on next classes. I think I said that last week was going to be engaging. So next class would be really, 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 really engaging, because that's the part where we'll do a couple of technical stuff. Okay, that's the last class. We will do a couple of, so I'm watering the ground now. So I think I would even start much more earlier. Once it's 6 p.m., I will start the class, so that that's 15 minutes of waiting for people. So please bear in mind, set your alarm. Next week is going to be really, really engaging. We're going to be talking about open source intelligence tools, how you can use OSINT to gather information, information about people. I'll show you how you can, just see, open cameras across the world in Nigeria, a couple of things that, at least something that's going to be engaging. So we've been doing some form of talking. Yes, we'll still do talk, but it's going to be much more technical this time around, to see how we can at least gather information. Just a couple of things, at least you can do basic information gathering using in cyber security, and that's is going to be to be there, because there's you just have to be there. It's going to be really, really, it's going to be really, really technical. Like from the day one of the class, it's going to be technical. So I know we'll be doing theory. We've done a couple of theory. Let's also see how we can make use of, let's do some practical stuff. So if you can have access to a laptop, that will even be much better, because I'll be sending the links of some website I would need us to have created an account on, so that it doesn't slow anybody down, because it does such that it doesn't slow anyone down. So I'll be sending the list of websites to gather information. If I want to gather information on someone, how I find people on the internet. So that's me sharing trade secrets with you guys. So next week is, thank you so much. Have an amazing weekend.